What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And in this video we will break down how exactly Liverpool can afford Kylian Mbappe, because the Mirror's financial experts has crunched the numbers and worked out that it is possible for Liverpool to sign Kylian Mbappe this summer or next summer, and without upsetting the wage structure at Liverpool. And I think it's a pretty clever way to get around the fact that Kylian Mbappe would earn twice as much wages as Liverpool's highest earners, which are Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk. So make sure to stick around, because this is going to be a banger video, very exciting and stuff, and I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So if you enjoy these, you know the drill, leave a like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool transfer news updates. The journalist Mo Chatra, who works for the Mirror as a football finance expert, he highlights that Mbappe, having just 1 year remaining on his Paris Saint-Germain contract, would have a significant impact on a transfer fee, and he suggests that around 100-110 million pounds would be enough to buy Kylian Mbappe. But I want to share you guys with all the details. So Liverpool have, of course, been heavily linked with Kylian Mbappe for many years now. Jurgen Klopp even tried to buy him when he was playing for Monaco before he went to PSG, but the transfer fee was too high. At that point it was like 140 million, something like that. And some experts, finance and transfer experts, think that the Mbappe to Liverpool could be done by Liverpool in the current financial situation. So with Mbappe having just 1 year left on his contract, he could be going for 120 million pounds. Otherwise Paris Saint-Germain risk losing him for absolutely nothing next summer. So they either sell him right now for 100 million, or they risk losing him for nothing. And this transfer fee could be split over multiple installments, or if Paris Saint-Germain demanded most or all of the fee up front, which would be unlikely, they are not exactly like cash strapped, then a third-party funder could be introduced to complete the deal. FSG have, of course, secured a new investment recently, so I don't think it could be any problem for Liverpool to secure this transfer. Liverpool have substantially reduced its transfer fee commitments, having spent relatively little since like 3 summers ago. Safe in the knowledge that Champions League income is guaranteed for another year, financing the transfer fee would not be like an insurmountable challenge for Liverpool FC. We can finance the deal if we want to. We have the money. The bigger challenge and the potential blocker to Mbappe ever executing a transfer to Liverpool is wages. Liverpool now have one of the highest wage bills in world football, but it is one that is more incentive driven, and basically the bonuses in the player contracts usually are very high for, you know, achieving titles and trophies, finishing the Champions League. It is very tightly managed where basic wages at Liverpool are concerned. Depending on whom you choose to believe, the highest earners' basic weekly wages at Liverpool are in the region of 200k weekly wages. Mbappe's basic wages are reported to be somewhere between 300 and 400, so basically almost double, and he would look for a substantial increase for his new deal when he signs at Liverpool. Would a weekly wage of 500-600k per week make Mbappe completely unaffordable for Liverpool, you might ask? No, not at all. That's the financial expert's opinion, because if a deal involved much less in the way of incentivization compared to deals inked by all the other top Liverpool players, then it would be feasible. After all, Juventus were and are able to finance Cristiano Ronaldo's incredibly huge wage bill after his departure from Real Madrid, and Juventus' revenues and income and budget are significantly lower than Liverpool's revenues and budget. However, the key question is whether Liverpool would want to potentially unsettle the whole squad by making a whopping exception to its wage structure for just one player. If Mbappe earns twice as much as Salah, Van Dijk or other players, they might feel aggrieved, they might feel upset about that. And the financial expert said that he doesn't think Liverpool would do that. Personally, in recent history shows where clubs have gone down this route, Juventus with Ronaldo, Man United with Alexis Sanchez, Arsenal with Mesut Ozil, it tends not to work out all that well. That's not to say Jurgen Klopp couldn't manage such a situation. However, if there is a manager in the world who could manage a dressing room after the fact that Mbappe joins, it's Jurgen Klopp. If Mbappe joining Liverpool never happens, despite him flirting with Liverpool for a couple of seasons now, it won't be because he is literally unaffordable for Liverpool. Liverpool can do this deal if they want to. It will be because he stays at Paris Saint-Germain or joins another top club. Liverpool decide the money needed for the total Mbappe deal could be more effectively used elsewhere, and the club would be unwilling to make an exception to its wage structure. And I think this is the very clever way of Liverpool. Liverpool could get around this in a very clever way. This wage problem. We could pay Mbappe a signing-on fee of the difference. So Mbappe could be on the same wages as Salah or Van Dijk, 200k, and let's say in a 5-year contract, let's add up the rest of his wages of 200k every week. Let's add that up, and we can pay a signing on fee of 10 million or 15 million upfront for Mbappe, or distributed during his contract. Basically a one-off payment. We could pay Mbappe 10, 15, 20 million on top of the transfer fee, and that way his wages won't stand out from the other wages, but his signing on fee, I think the other players would accept that much more willingly. Basically, a Liverpool fan suggested, would it not be possible for Liverpool to pay Mbappe in line with the current wage structure, but pay him a substantial signing on fee next summer that would effectively act as the extra wages for the duration of the contract? And the finance expert answered, yes, that's possible, but it depends on if both sides are happy to wait for one another for one more year. If Liverpool sign no decent attacking players this summer and Mbappe doesn't renew with Paris Saint-Germain, and if he doesn't sign anywhere else, it will only increase speculation that this could happen, that Mbappe could wait for Liverpool one more year, because he's still a very young player. So 1 year in his career, it's not a disaster if he stays in Paris on very good wages still. I mean, he's earning between 300 and 400k weekly wages. He already doesn't have any money problems at all. And I think if Liverpool do that this way, a very clever way, I don't think the other squad members would be upset, because basically Mbappe gets a one-time bonus, a one-time signing on fee, which is not very unusual in the Liverpool in the football world, and in football transfers. Free agents get a signing on fee all the time. So Mbappe, who only has 1 year left on his contract, or even as a free agent next summer, he could get a big signing on fee, and I don't think any Liverpool players would be upset about that. And then he could be on similar wages to Salah or Van Dijk, or maybe 50k more. And still, in this way, Liverpool could get around the fact that Mbappe needs to earn basically twice as much as Van Dijk or Salah every year. And I absolutely love Liverpool FC's Reddit group, where I read the comments of Liverpool fans regularly. And basically one Liverpool fan mentioned that Bayern Munich made the mistake that they gave Leroy Sané an enormous contract, like 17 million euros per year, and he's paid more than Thomas Müller, Joshua Kimmich, Gnabry. Coman wanted the club to match the wages of Sané, as he believes he's equally important to the Bayern squad, and now they will let him go. They will let Coman go because of it, because breaking your wage structure is pretty stupid unless you have stupid money like PSG. So I think Liverpool could get around this by paying Mbappe a big signing on fee, basically the rest of his wages on top of the normal wages that Salah or Van Dijk get. He gets it up front, and then throughout the 5 years I think Mbappe will more than pay back his transfer fee, even if we sign him this summer for 120 million. Plus we give him another 20 million. Even if we sign him for in total 140 million, he will pay back his transfer fee, because Liverpool will win multiple Champions Leagues and multiple Premier League trophies with Kylian Mbappe and Jurgen Klopp. And the current, if you add Mbappe to the current Liverpool squad, which is already world class in every position, if you just look at the starting lineup, it has world class players in every position, and if you add Mbappe to that, I think Liverpool will win multiple titles and trophies in the next 3 or 4 years. And then even in 5 years, Mbappe will only be like 27 years old. You can still sell him for a huge profit. You can still sell him for 200 million or 150 million, because in 4 or 5 years there will be no pandemic, hopefully, and the finances will be back to the usual levels, and football will be back to a healthy financial standing, and then you can still get your money back basically for Mbappe. And also, even like next summer, Salah, Mane will be 29, 30 years old, so you might make a case of Liverpool trying to sell one of them. I would prefer if we didn't sell Salah, because I think Salah can break all kinds of goal records. I mean, if he scores 34 goals, he will move up to 8th place in Liverpool's illustrious top goal scorers chart in all competitions. Michael Owen has like 158 goals and Mo Salah has 125. And Salah right now is like in 12th or 13th place. Michael Owen is in 8th place. And I think Salah, in the next 2 or 3 years, he can easily become a top 5 all-time top goal scorer for Liverpool. He could overtake even Steven Gerrard at one point if he stays at Liverpool for the next 3 years. So I would sell either Firmino or Mane next summer, bring in Mbappe, because you need to freshen up the squad. You need to bring in new young players. And yes, it's all fun and good, it's all fine bringing in Diogo Jota and other young players like that, but you also, if you can, sign an absolute generational talent and a superstar, because Mbappe, the shirts, the Liverpool shirts, the Liverpool merchandise with Mbappe on it will sell like hotcakes. It will make absolute bank for Liverpool. They will rein it in, because honestly Mbappe is already such a superstar in France and around the world. But imagine if he pulls on the famous Liverpool shirt, Liverpool will be swimming in it if Mbappe comes, and also swimming in success as well. However, the Paris Saint-Germain president stated that Mbappe is not likely to leave Paris Saint-Germain. He actually spoke to L'Equipe, the French newspaper, and he said, "I will be clear, Kylian Mbappe will continue here at PSG. We will never sell him, and he will never leave the club as a free agent. Impossible." Well, he still hasn't signed a new contract, and he still didn't show any signs of being open to a new contract. So it looks like Mbappe will leave Paris Saint-Germain next summer, unless he wants money and not success, because at Paris Saint-Germain he won everything already except the Champions League. But even if he stays at PSG and wins 1 or 2 Champions Leagues, he will never be considered an absolute true great like Messi, like Ronaldo. You need to go to a big league to do that. You need to go out to either Spain or England or the Bundesliga and win big titles, big trophies like the Champions League, like the Premier League, La Liga or the Bundesliga. And I honestly, I don't think Mbappe will stay at Paris Saint-Germain. I'm pretty convinced he will leave. And John Aldridge also said this: what Liverpool have in their favor this summer is a team of people running the football club that boasts a proven track record in the transfer market. The owners might not have the financial muscle to challenge Chelsea or Man City for the top players in the game, but they do have a manager and the transfer committee that have shown they are among the best in the business. Mane, Van Dijk, Alisson, Diogo Jota were all transfers that raised eyebrows for different reasons, but all 4 have proved to be very good investments. Now Liverpool need to go again and make the right transfers, the right purchases with the budget that they have got at their disposal. And you might wonder, where would Liverpool come up with the 120, 140 million that is required to buy Mbappe, but I think they will have that money because we already have a 50 million transfer budget, which was confirmed by many journalists and news articles. And if we sell 5 or 6 fringe players who usually don't play for Liverpool regularly, we could generate another 70 to 80 million. And guess what? If you add those two numbers up, it comes out as 120, 130 million. And if Liverpool don't buy anybody else but Kylian Mbappe in this transfer window, I don't think any Liverpool fan would complain one bit, because yeah, of course, maybe some kids on Twitter will complain, who usually complain about everything regards to Liverpool. There is nothing wrong about being a kid and being on Twitter, don't get me wrong, but if you complain about Liverpool after winning the Premier League and winning the Champions League, and there were still fans complaining after we won those trophies during those seasons, then you just yeah, that's fine. You have a personality that you want to moan about something, that's fine. But yeah, there are some Liverpool fans that can never be pleased, and I can understand where they are coming from, because they're so passionate about the football club that they just want what's absolute best for Liverpool. They want to win every trophy, they want to win every game, they want to see beautiful football, they want to see the best players at Liverpool. But you just have to live in reality, and you just have to accept that it's not entirely possible. But I can still dream, and I can still say, if Liverpool can sign Mbappe, I think they should. I think they should do absolutely everything in their power. When will be the next time when Liverpool are really close to the top of European football, and when will be the next time when we have a realistic chance of getting, honestly, one of the all-time best players, or becoming on the road to become one of the all-time best players in Mbappe? Because I'm pretty convinced that Mbappe will end up as a player who will be talked about in the similar bracket to Pele, Maradona, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Johan Cruyff. I think Mbappe will be up there. He already won a World Cup, he already won everything except the Champions League in Paris Saint-Germain. If he goes to Real Madrid, if he goes to Liverpool, wherever he goes, he will win bucket loads of trophies, because he's that good. And I think Mbappe will end up in basically the Football Hall of Fame, top 10 players to ever play football in the football history. I'm pretty convinced of that, because he has the attitude, he has the talent, he has the skill, he has the work rate, work ethic. He's a down-to-earth guy, very, very good personality as well. So I think he has everything. So if Liverpool can, I think we should sign Kylian Mbappe. But of course, I'm not in the driving seat to make this decision, but let me know what you think about this in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.